Hey guys, Simply Harmonious here. So this is the next video in the series. It's going to be on how to use your foot pedal, particularly a sustain pedal. Most pianos, like upright pianos, will have 3 pedals, but the one that is the most interesting and probably the most used is what's called a sustain pedal. So where I have a keyboard, an electronic keyboard, I have one of these, very handy. You can see, the pedal depresses and everything, and it just plugs into the back. I got this from M-Gear. Works just fine. I've got a basic Casio LK43 keyboard. It's years old, but it works nonetheless. So what the sustain pedal does is just kind of what the name implies. It sustains the note. So if this is a note without the sustain pedal, if I hit it and let go, that's what it does. It's staccato. It's done and over with. But if I'm holding the foot pedal down while I hit that note, what happens is it sustains the note. It sounds a lot nicer. If you're playing a particular piece, you can go, that's without the sustain pedal. If you use the sustain pedal, it just sounds more full, more rich. That's all that the sustain pedal does. On sheet music, some sheet music will specifically tell you how the sustain pedal should be used. On this particular piece, you can see this line comes down, it goes over, and it goes up, down, over again. Anywhere you see this in sheet music, and sometimes it'll say sustain, or it's got a little symbol that means sustain, but this means push down on the sustain pedal and hold it down until you get to this point, and just very quickly go up, down, keep going, up, down, keep going, up, down, keep going. The general rule, if you're wanting to use a sustain pedal for play, is even if it doesn't tell you to use the sustain pedal, if you want to, is each measure, like I said, is separated by these bars, these lines. You want to let off on the foot pedal every other measure, or every measure, depending on how many notes you're playing. And I'll explain what I mean here and try to show you what I'm saying, because it can make a huge difference in how things sound. Alright, so if I just hold down the sustain pedal and I don't let go off of it or anything, you can hear that the sounds they mesh together. They don't sound as clear and focused as they could. But if you then let off on the foot pedal every now and then, they sound more smooth. They do go together better rather than clashing. They complement each other, and that is the importance of the foot pedal. It can make your music sound much more full and enticing, but if used in the wrong way, if you just hold it down, you've got notes that are going to be going together that don't sound very good together. Like the difference between a regular chord and just mashing a bunch of buttons, a bunch of keys. When you're playing, it may be that at some point you've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of these keys, but they don't sound good all together. And so if you're holding the sustain pedal down, it'll be as if you're playing these all together. That's why it doesn't sound as good. So that's my explanation of the sustain pedal. If you have any questions, just hit me up.